I didn't quit when it got dark. Okay, working on the ramp truck again. Get the torch out. What I'm trying to do now is change the pinion angle on the rear end. I got everything loose. The rear end's hanging down so I can cut the pad off, which you can see there. And there you can see where it originally was. Somebody moved it in there and they got it angled wrong. Just like that, but you get the idea. But anyways, the pinion is pointing up in the air too much. Now you need to take the torch, cut those pads off. I got brand new pads for it somewhere. They're inside still. But it's got these airbags on it. It's got those clamps there holding the springs. There are clamps around the springs, probably not holding it because there's a bolt down the center. But you take the shocks off, the rear end hangs down further, and when the rear axle is hanging down as far as the shocks would allow, those airbags were pretty stretched out. So I didn't know if when I took the shocks off it would fall down more. And to me the airbags would be stretched too much. Might possibly rip them, I don't know. So I wrapped a chain around it to hold it up with no tension on the airbags. I did that to both sides. So now I need to take the torch, cut those off. Of course, the torch is without oxygen. It'll probably run out when I'm doing it, which would be normal. I hope not. Then we'll have to get the new pads, grind all the weld crap, slag off that's left. And install them. But the worst part is trying to line everything back up because it's going to have to sit on the ground before I can tack them on. You can see that side, but there's a chain around it. It's kind of dark back in there. There she goes. The chain's wrapped around that side too to hold it up. This side's still bolted up to kind of help hold it in there. It doesn't fall on the ground. Once I get that side cut off and ground, I'll stick it back up like this side is and hold it up with the plate. That way it doesn't completely fall out or fall off the jack. It should be good to go. Here's the sway bar that was on it. The dually simulators. And some parts for another project. Well, I'm going to tackle this here real quick. Start to get dark. My goal was to have both of them cut off before it got dark. I know it's going to happen, but I'm going to try. Okay, got the pads cut off, both of them. Here's one off the left side. Still need to grind that. I'm running out of light. Yep, a little shop light. Okay. So that side, the pad's cut off, tubes have been ground, and the pad's up in there. The end's hanging in here crooked. So I need to grind this side. And then you can jack the rear axle back up to where it's hanging even. And go about positioning it correctly. But I'll probably have to do that tomorrow. Because it's getting dark. And it's not so much it's dark, it's going to keep me from working, it's just, it's going to get cold. Because if you see, there's snow and ice on the ground. When I started this project, it was nice and warm out. But if I didn't have to move the rear axle because it was welded on wrong, all I would have had to do is put the exhaust on, I'd been done. But that never happens. Nothing for me is easy. Everything's a pain in the ass. Mostly because everything I have, somebody else had before me, and it's all screwed up. So, get that taken care of. Another thing I found is my inside duals are flat. And I think it says valve stem extenders. They must be leaking or something. I think they were made in China, so that's probably why. Okay, so I didn't quit when I got dark. You can see it's dark. There's some light. It's dark, light. Anyways, I have it positioned correctly. Drag out the old stick welder and weld those up tomorrow.